The Littlest Chef. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to The Littlest Chef. My name is Natalie, and in today's video, we are making lentil fritters. But before we begin, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get cooking. So the first time I had this amazing dish was at my Bengali friend's house. And it was so delicious. And it reminded me of a Haitian snack called Marinade. I was so shocked. I was like, what? They know how to make Marinade too? But the only difference is that they use red lentils and Haitians use flour. So this is an amazing gluten-free recipe. And I actually prefer their recipe over the Haitian recipe. You don't have to worry about, if you're sensitive to flour or white things in general. This is not going to leave you bloated. It's not going to leave you feeling funny. And so I absolutely love it. The first thing you want to do is you want to soak your lentils in water. You can soak your lentils overnight, or you can boil some hot water and soak your lentils in the boiling hot water for about 30 minutes. This just helps to remove some of the starch from the lentils, and also soaking helps to remove some phytic acid from the beans, which oftentimes makes a lot of people feel bloated. So one thing I forgot to mention is that the very first thing you do with beans or lentils, even before you add the water, you need to go through it and make sure there are no rocks in the beans, okay? This is very important. So then the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna blend your lentils, and you're gonna chop up some onions very, very fine. If you have a mandolin, I would definitely recommend that you use a mandolin. Just wear gloves for sure, because you don't want to slice your fingers off while you're making this recipe, okay? So here I am adding the lentils to the blender. And you're gonna add just a teeny tiny bit of water, not too much, because the lentils already has some moisture to it already. So then you're just gonna blend everything up here. And this process is gonna take you a good, I would say a good 3 minutes, because you have to constantly stir it. So you want to blend this until you see that most of the lentils have been blended, but you don't have to, blend it completely smooth. It's okay to still see a little bit of the lentils in there. So then once everything is nice and smooth, this is the texture that you're gonna come out with, and you're gonna scoop that out and put it in a bowl so that you can add the rest of your ingredients. And to this bowl, so this is how it looks. Make sure, that it's not too runny. It should still basically be firm and be able to hold itself a little bit. So you're gonna take parsley, and I normally use a whole head of parsley. And you're gonna use some jalapenos. When I do this recipe, I make sure that I remove the seeds from the jalapenos, because that makes it extra spicy, so you don't want that. You can either use jalapenos or serrano peppers. And in this recipe, I think I just used two big jalapenos. Then you can add, as many onions as you like, but I think if you're only using a bag of lentils, I would just do 2 onions. I think here I OD'd, I put 3 onions, but you really don't need that many onions. And then you're gonna go in with some salt as well. And you can add salt to your liking, but just make sure you don't add too much salt, because you can always add salt at the end if you feel like it needs a little, bit extra, but you can't remove salt right after you put it in. So just be careful. So now we're just gonna mix everything up. Of course, I used way too many onions, so I was having a hard time here. But like I said, you can do 1 large onions or like 2 medium-sized onions. I think you'd be fine with that. And you're gonna mix everything nicely until all the onions are coated with that wonderful red lentil puree mixture. And I just want to show you how it looks. It looks so pretty. Another thing about this recipe is that it's so pretty, and I love pretty recipes. So you're gonna cover that and put it to the side and heat up some oil. This is my favorite part. Here I am frying the lentil fritters. Just make sure that when you're frying, sometimes I just don't have patience and I want to fry everything all at once. So if you have a large pan, you can definitely fry more lentils, but just make sure that you leave space in between them. Like, don't fry too many at once, because then it's going to be a little bit difficult to fry. So make sure those lentil fritters have enough room to breathe. Don't do what I did here, trying to squeeze everything all together, because the more that you put in the pan, the longer it's going to take to cook. So just be mindful of that. So these things take a while to fry up, but here's how it looks, kind of halfway. And then here I am taking some of the fritters out. So you can make these as dark as you want or as light as you want. I love for my lentil fritters to be nice and crispy and dark, but that's totally up to you. So here it is. Here's the finished product, and I hope you try this recipe and let me know how it goes. See you in the next video.